Tuesday, August 19th. The chocolate rhubarb harvest. Now listen up, Beatrice tells Bassford and me. Only take the red stalk. Report anything mushy and make sure you don't hurt any bugs, or you'll have to deal with me. I'm not surprised that Mom put Bassford to work just one day after he got here. My mother has this thing about us working. It's pretty simple. If you work hard, as in sweaty, long hours, pulling, harvesting, cutting, sorting, packing rhubarb, then you're a good kid who will grow up and become a superstar. If you don't work, if you watch television or play video games, then you are a spoiled, lazy child who will amount to nothing. She and Grandmom thought a lot of the same things. Beatrice hands me 2 sets of gloves and gives Bassford the bags. Polly will tell you what to do, she says. Blah. Let's break in an hour. Go. I lead Bassford into the field, stopping at the first plant in the row. I lean down and break off a stalk from the root. It isn't difficult to harvest rhubarb. You just have to get into a rhythm. Twist, twist, snap, twist, twist, snap. See, I say? It's pretty easy. Just never hurt the crown, I tell him. It's the most important part of the whole thing. Bassford stares up at me. What's a crown? It's the root of the rhubarb plant. It's thick, like this. I make 2 fists and put them next to each other. The root clumps together, forming a crown, which stays under the soil. I kneel down and push away a little of the dirt covering the base of the stalks. See how it's all connected down here? Bassford crouches down next to me, peering closely at the dirt. The only time you ever have to dig up the crown is when you want to divide the plant, which is basically like smashing its brain. We don't do that unless we have to. Anyway, this is how you harvest. Watch. I lean down, grab one of the red stalks tightly, and twist it hard. Once, twice, and then snap off the stalk from the base. Voila! Chocolate rhubarb. He takes it and holds it under his nose. Can I eat it? Sure, I say, as I feel a smile slip across my face. If you want to get poisoned. Bassford drops the stalk before he notices that I'm laughing. I'm kidding. You can eat the stalk, I tell him, just not the leaves. I snap another stalk off its base and bite into it. Try it, I say, swallowing. Slowly, Bassford picks up his stalk from the ground and brushes off the sand. I don't think he trusts me. Really, I repeat, you're going to love it. He takes a big bite out of the stalk, his eyes never leaving mine. Yowza! He grins as his face lights up. This is better than a Snickers bar. He chomps off another piece, and as he chews, looks around the field. This is like the best thing I've ever eaten. It's really like chocolate. I'm not surprised. Chocolate rhubarb has this effect on everyone. Bassford gobbles up the first stalk and then snaps off another stalk, eating that one equally fast. Before he finishes his third, he stops, looking around. Why don't you just grow this and none of the other stuff? Well, we make a lot of money with the juice and the giant rhubarb. I lean over and keep working, snapping a cluster of stalks in one sharp twist. But the real reason is that the farm won't let us. Snap, twist, twist, snap, twist, twist, snap. What? He stops eating. Yeah, I say matter-of-factly. I have a theory about it. I lean in close, talking softly. The farm is like a genie. A genie? It's powerful and magical, but it also has to listen to the sun and the rain and the farmers, us. Twist, twist, snap, twist, twist, snap. Grandmom always said that the plants would never steer us wrong. So when we plant extra chocolate rhubarb and it doesn't grow, we just listen to the farm and plant something else. Twist, twist, snap. I won't eat this one, Bassford says as he snaps off another stalk. It's for the harvest. He holds it up for me to see. I smile. Beatrice would be proud, I say. Only 231 plants to go. His eyebrows go way up in his forehead. 231? It's half the field, I tell him. Don't worry, it'll go fast, I reassure him. Let me see you do it one more time. After I'm sure he isn't going to decimate a plant or else aggravate one so much that it smacks him, I tell him to go to the opposite corner of the field so that we can meet in the middle. But I'm lying. The real reason is so I can sneak over and talk to Harry. When I get to his spot, I find Harry with his green leaves stretched out flat to his side. I find Harry with his green shining under the sun. He's getting a suntan. No joke. All plants want sunlight. But rhubarb is especially crazy about it. He's also happy this is not a harvesting year for him. Last year, I pruned him so much he didn't talk to me for a week. I check to make sure Basford isn't looking, and then I sit down near Harry and pull out a water bottle from my backpack. Here, I say, pouring some of the water around his roots. Drink up. It's water from the lake. Obviously, all the plants, including Harry, get enough water from the weekly rainfall. But I know a little bit more will make him extra strong and healthy. Don't say I didn't do anything for you. I smile. Harry's leaves fold themselves together. Thank you. That's Basford, I tell Harry. He's Beatrice's godson. His middle leaf shakes. This means either yes or I know. He seems nice, I say. A little quiet for a boy. Harry bends his bottom stalk, smiling again. Then he curls up the end of his leaves. He's not my friend yet, I say. I just met him yesterday. He might change his mind when we go to school and he sees how unpopular I am. I drink some of the lake water myself. Harry flaps his leaves up and down. It'll be okay. I tell Harry all about yesterday, beginning with the arrival of Basford to the wasp. Harry listens patiently to my entire story. Once or twice he flaps a leaf to tell me to slow down or folds up a leaf to tell me to repeat what I just said. Okay, so one other question. I paid attention to everything yesterday. What were you talking about? Basford? The mist? The wasp? This prompts Harry. No. So what was it? Then Harry does something new. He bunches up all of his stalks in one vertical lift so that his leaves look like some kind of strange green bouquet on red stems. I don't know what this means. Harry relaxes his leaves for a second and then bunches them up again. I shake my head. Can you give me another clue? Harry stretches his leaves flat and looks like he might respond when I hear a voice behind me. Polly? I twist around and see Basford. He's holding out a full bag of rhubarb stalks and is looking at me as if I escaped from a mental hospital. Were you talking to someone? Me? I say, my face rending. No. I glance over at Harry. I mean, I was, to myself. I talk to myself sometimes. But no one here. I feel a leaf graze my leg. I ignore it. I just like to come out to the fields and say some words. Out loud words. Harry's two biggest leaves scrape my leg. I scooch away from him, but end up touching another plant on the other side. Okay, Basford says. We should get that to Beatrice. She'll be excited you did so much, I say, pointing to his bags. I only have about half as much. Let's go, I say way too cheerfully. Harry brushes the underside of a leaf on my ankle. It's pretty obvious. Basford stares at him. It's nothing, I say, a fake smile frozen on my lips. The wind, right. His eyes dart back and forth between Harry and me, confused. There is no wind. I bite my bottom lip, and Basford gives up trying to figure it out. As he lifts his bag over his shoulder, I glance back and stick out my tongue at Harry. He has to understand that I can't just go around telling people my best friend is a chocolate rhubarb plant. Come on, I tell Basford. Beatrice will be making my favorite. Rhubarb something? No, I grin. Fried chicken. I heave my own bag over my shoulder as Basford steps in front of me, walking down the row of plants toward the road. I glance backward to see what Harry's doing. One of his stalks is sticking straight out, perpendicular to the ground, as if he's watching me. But I don't think he's too mad. If he were, his leaves would be rustling, and they're not. I wink. Harry bends his middle leaf into a smile.